The air was supposed to be filled with joy. Guests were meant to arrive in their best lace and Ankara attire, the smell of jollof rice and Kobe wafting from the caterer's corner. The church was already decorated in white and coral, Chiamaka's favorite colors. Everything had been set, except the groom. Chiamaka sat on the edge of her bed, veil in hand, staring blankly at the mirror. Her phone had buzzed hours earlier, a simple message. "I can't do this. Sorry. Obinna." Her world collapsed. And as she wept into her wedding dress, her mother, Nneka, sat calmly in the living room, sipping palm wine as if nothing had happened. That was the beginning. It all started innocently enough. Nneka arrived in Enugu 2 months before the wedding. She said she wanted to help with the preparations, but Chiamaka should have known better. Nneka was a woman who wore confidence like perfume. She was elegant, commanding, but always carried an air of quiet manipulation. She had raised Chiamaka alone, after her father disappeared mysteriously when she was just 6. There had always been tension between mother and daughter, the kind that simmered beneath every conversation. "Obinna is quite the gentleman," Nneka had said the first evening. "So polite, so tall. Reminds me of someone I used to know." Chiamaka laughed nervously. "You mean Papa?" Nneka's smile froze. "No, not your father." It began subtly. A lingering hand on Obinna's shoulder. Jokes that bordered on flirtation. Comments like, "If I were younger, maybe you'd be marrying me instead." Obinna would chuckle awkwardly. Chiamaka thought it was harmless. She trusted both of them. But then Obinna began acting distant. He came home late. He avoided eye contact. Chiamaka chalked it up to wedding stress. One night, Chiamaka found Nneka sitting too close to Obinna on the veranda. When she entered, they pulled apart like guilty children. Her heart began to pound. It was late. Chiamaka had woken to get water and heard voices in the kitchen. "Nneka, you don't belong to her. You know that. You feel it." "Obinna. Please, Mama. Stop this. It's not right." "Nneka, you think I don't see the way you look at me? Don't lie to yourself. You're a man. I'm a woman." Chiamaka dropped the glass she was holding. It shattered on the floor, echoing louder than thunder. They both turned. The silence was heavy. Obinna opened his mouth but said nothing. "Mama, are you mad?" Chiamaka screamed. Nneka didn't flinch. "You should thank me. He would have left you anyway. I just sped up the process." Chiamaka met Obinna at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. He was studying civil engineering. She was a mass communication major. Their love bloomed over late-night suya runs and library study sessions. He once stayed up all night with her during her final project deadline. When she fell ill during her NYSC, he rushed from Port Harcourt to Awka just to stay by her side. He wasn't perfect, but he was present, loving, thoughtful. Least she thought so. She had told Nneka everything about him. About how she knew he was the one. She showed her mother their couple pictures, their engagement shoot, even her bridal train. But maybe she'd said too much. Obinna moved out the next day. No explanation. No goodbye. 2 weeks later, Chiamaka got a message from a mutual friend. Obinna and Nneka had been seen together at a resort in Owerri. The news shattered her. Her own mother. Her own flesh. She confronted Nneka. "You destroyed everything. You slept with Obinna. How could you?" Nneka lit a cigarette. "You never deserved him. Or weak. I made him a man." Chiamaka slapped her so hard the cigarette flew from her hand. "You're dead to me," she whispered. Nneka smiled, blood on her lip. "Finally, you're growing a spine." Chiamaka left the house. She moved in with her cousin in Awka. She didn't eat. She didn't sleep. Then Aunt Ola called. "Chiamaka, you need to hear this. Nneka did the same thing to me." She told her story. How she had once been engaged to a man named Emeka. How Nneka had seduced him, manipulated him, and stolen him away. "She did it to spite our parents. She wanted everything I had," Ola said. She even lied that Nneka hit her just so I'd break up with him. The truth came out too late. It wasn't just betrayal. It was generational destruction. Chiamaka tried therapy. He tried prayer. She tried ignoring the pain. One night, she stood on the banks of River Niger. The water below was black and silent. Her phone buzzed. A message from a stranger who had watched one of her voiceover videos. Your voice saved me from depression. Don't let this pain define you. Please don't jump. That message saved her. She dropped to her knees and wept. Months passed. Chiamaka began writing. Her prose turned into powerful voiceovers. She opened a YouTube channel called The Gracious Voice. Her pain became her power. Each video was a piece of her heart, crafted in stories others could see themselves in. Her subscriber count grew. People began calling her the healing voice of the East. She received messages from Kenya, Ghana, the UK. Women told her how her stories helped them walk away from toxic families and relationships. She was healing others while healing herself. A year later, she got a call from a strange number. This is Dr. Amadi from Harmony Hospital. Your mother, Nneka, has had a stroke. She's asking for you. Chiamaka stood frozen. 1,000 emotions battled in her chest. Should she go? She prayed. For the first time in a long time, she heard peace in her spirit. She went. Nneka lay on the hospital bed, frail and almost unrecognizable. Chiamaka, she croaked. Chiamaka sat watching her. The woman who gave her life and tried to ruin it. I was wrong. I was empty inside. Your love made me jealous. I ruined everything. Tears rolled down Chiamaka's cheeks. You did. You broke me. But I survived. And I forgive you. Not for you. For me. Nneka closed her eyes. A single tear slipped down her cheek. Chiamaka never saw Obinna again. Word had it he moved to Canada. Married someone new. Good riddance. Nneka was now in a care home in ABA. Chiamaka visited sometimes. Not often. Enough. Her YouTube channel grew stronger than ever. Her stories saved lives. She became a speaker, a mentor, a voice of hope. One evening, as she sat on her balcony, harmattan breeze caressing her face, she whispered to the stars. I survived betrayal. I survived my own mother. And I found my purpose. If you think your family is too broken to heal, remember Chiamaka. Her story began with betrayal, but it ended in victory.